With the permission of our hardworking sponsor, Mr. President, if we can ask some clarificatory questions about this very important measure, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. I will attempt to answer as best we can all the questions of the Minority Leader. Thank you.
This measure will actually change how we treat the barangay officials, including SK, no? As far as their term of office is concerned?
Yes, that's correct, Minority Leader.
According to Section 1, the term of office of all elected barangay officials and members of the Sangguniang Kabataan shall be 6 years. No barangay elective official or member of the Sangguniang Kabataan shall serve for more than 2 consecutive terms in the same position, and then etc. Given the age, let's focus first on the Sangguniang Kabataan. Just
Yes.
to be clear. Given the age bracket for the SK, is that rule on the not serving more than 2 consecutive terms applicable to the SK?
Yes, there are certainly concerns about the SK, and we will be introducing amendments such that they can only serve 1 term if it's a 6-year term. Right now, the maximum age for candidates in the SK is 24 years, kaya pasok pa rin sa 30-year deadline or limitation. Pero 1 term lang. After 1 term, talagang they have to run for some other position or not at all.
So what is the rule with the SK? You can run, what is the rule as amended, Mr. President? You can run for an SK position if you are from 18 to 24 years of age?
Yes, if you are 24 years old or less, you can...
But above 18, 18 and above.
Yes, 18 to 24 in effect.
Oo
You
nga.
can run.
So when does this 2 consecutive terms of 6 years apply? When the
It will no longer apply. That's why we will be introducing a future amendment.
so kaya that's under current law. What is now the term of office of elected barangay officials and members of the SK?
Yes. Under current law, under RA 9164, it's a 3-year period. But because of the repeated extensions, what has happened is the batch elected in October of 2023 will be up for re-election in December of 2025. Halos wala pang 2 taon upon assuming office. So malaking sagabal at problema at gastos to.
Pero alam nila to nung tumakbo sila.
Yes, I believe
Yes,
they were
that was-
aware
yes.
of this, but it was very much a last-minute occurrence because the Supreme Court thereafter, following their filing, issued the Makalintal decision.
But it's a fact that it was well announced before
Before
the filing and
before
before the
they
election that this will be a short term.
When did it come out? Yes. I believe that it was properly announced in July of 2023, but June of 2023, but I don't think that gave much recourse to the barangay officials because they were up for filing already in a couple of months. So
And then-
maraming hindi na nakaintindi na talagang ganun kaikli lamang.
Malaking issue po 'yon. I mean, dapat pagka tumakbo sa isang elective position, dapat siguro aware sila, binabasa nila una anong function nila, ano ang kapangyarihan nitong position nito, anong responsibilities, plus the term, Mr. President. So,
I think that's one of the real problems with the barangay terms, which is why we would like to, in consonance with the Makalintal ruling, instead of resorting to constant and arguably whimsical, capricious, and frivolous extensions, once and for all, amend the term to a longer period. Because the postponements have been so frequent, that in fact the barangay officials are no longer aware of their actual term. Nagumpisa kasi ito 6 years, naging 5 years, naging 3 years, 5 years, 3 years, tapos ina-extend ng 1 year, extend ng another year, magkasama po tayo, nakadalawang extension po tayo, yung 2020, naging 2022, yung 2022, naging 2023. Baka hindi na talo masyadong pinaniniwalaan ng mga barangay officials kasi pa iba-iba nga naman.
Under current law, elective barangay officials have term limits?
Yes, it's 3 years, 3 terms. So that's a total of 9 years po.
Yes, but let us say that there is a shortened term. Is that counted as a term? So, kunyari, there are 2 normal terms, the 3 years, and then there is one unusual term, a shortened term like this one of 2 years. Will that count as 3 terms, although 8 years?
The understanding is that, which is a little bit confusing, is that the term began in 2022 in accordance with law because the postponement was void per the Supreme Court. So in 2023, retroacts to 2022, therefore the next election is 2025. Kaya nagkakagulo-gulo at hindi masyadong naintindihan eh.
So let us say because of an amendment to the barangay election law, a term of 3 years became 4 years, a term of 3 years became 2 years.
That's correct.
Those are counted as terms.
That's correct.
Yes, it may be a 4-year term, but that's a term. It's
That's
a
right.
2-year term, but still a term.
That's correct.
And then so we count the terms, not the years of the cumulative years of the terms.
Tama po.
Tama
That's
po.
correct, which is another element that adds to the confoundment of the barangay officials.
So, the next scheduled, under current law, the next scheduled barangay election is on
2025. December of 2025 po.
any particular date of December
It's
20?
December 5, I believe, of 2025. It's always December 25, no?
Monday
It's a fixed, it's supposed to be the the first Monday of December.
Sige, check na lang natin what is that
Yes,
first
which
Monday
is,
of December 2025. December 1?
For next year, it's December 1.
December 1, okay. So in the election for barangay in December 1, 2025, the expectation is that term is how long?
3 years under
3
the
years.
present
Okay,
law.
So yun po ang mga binabago natin.
That's correct.
Binabago na natin yung petsa ng eleksyon. Gagawin po nating
The idea
Second
is
Monday
to make it
of-
the second Monday of May.
May 2029.
Yes.
Nasa bill po.
Kung 2025. Kung mag 6 years tayo, 2029, second Monday of May. Dahil
Binabago nga nito
binabago
ng
natin.
panukala.
That's
Oo.
correct. That's correct.
So, kung maging batas ito, ang eleksyon bali ng mga barangay officials and SK would be second Monday of May na, yun muna, second Monday of May, and then 2029, tapos every 6 years thereafter.
Thereafter, that's correct.
Okay, so meaning
That's
to
the
say,
idea.
itong mga nahalal nung last barangay elections which was held on
October of 2023.
October of 2023, with full knowledge that they will be serving only up to December of 2025, they will now hindi natin pwede ko sabihin, they will either be benefited or even be damaged so, with an extended term. Actually, ang iba siguro doon, nung tumakbo, sabi niya, I'm willing to serve lang ako ng 2 years. Bigay ko yung 2 years ng buhay ko, tapos bigla natin gagawing, anong total po niya?
6 years as recommended. 6 years po. Kasi it will be...
Short yata.
Will be 5.5. Meron yung BENEO, yung newly elected, yung administration training, disaster risk, peace and order, God seminar, health and sanitation. Sang katutak to kung ano yun. Dati, hindi naman ganyan. Ngayon, livelihood, solid waste, lupong, tagapamayapa, ang governance performing, financial management, napakadami na, computer literacy. Isa yun yung training. Ikalawa, napakadami na ring functions na wala na sa local government code. Kung papansinin natin, ang husay natin gumawa ng iba't ibang batas, pagkatapos yung implementasyon, mula noong 1991, binagsak na natin sa barangay at sa LGU. For example, ecological solid waste, disaster risk reduction, Magna Carta of Women and the VAUSI, yung ating, ano ba ito, yung hapag, halina't magtanim ng prutas, barangay at kalinisan barkada, Bagong Pilipinas, barangay road clearing, water conservation, anti-illegal drugs, talipapa satellite markets. Tapos meron pang mga DOLE, Brigada Eskwela, DOH vaccination and feeding. The list goes on. It just has expanded so greatly, not only with the barangay, punong barangays, but also with the kagawads, as well as the SK. Furthermore, it's also become far stricter with the requirements for transparency and accountability. Yung documentary requirements ng COA at DBM para matuto lang yung barangay official, siguro higit sa 2 taon, di pa niya makakabisado lahat ng requirement. So, yun yung mga problema natin na yung barangay kakaiba na kesa sa nung panahon ko.
Hindi ko natatanungin po kung ano yung panahon nyo.
Kaya nga, dekada 70 po.
Hindi. Pero hindi, ang tanong ko po is ganito. Hindi ba yung mga seminars na yun, it's either mandatory or recommended din pati sa mga mayor?
Yes, pati sa mga mayor, pati sa lahat.
How come sa Constitution na finix natin na 3 years, kaya ng mga mayor, kaya nila. So how come ang sasabihin natin ngayon na hindi kaya ng mga barangay officials?
Yes, I think...
Kailangan nila ng 6 na taon, hindi...
Unang-una, palagay ko, napakarami rin nagre-reklamo na mayor, gobernador at congressman na yung unang taon nila wala silang ginawa kundi kabisahin itong mga requirements, kilalanin lahat ng tao sa Kapitolyo at sa City Hall at nahihirapan rin sila sa 3 taon. Sa 2nd taon may alam silang konti, 3 taon nangangampanya na ulit. So pareho rin ang reklamo nila. Ikalawa, siguro, bigyan natin ng konting pansin na yung mga barangay officials hindi po sanay sa mga documentary requirements, legal documents, yung bidding and awards procedure. Lahat yan required na sa barangay ngayon. Yung mga mayor, kahit papano, maraming abogado dyan, engineer, mga accountant, hindi naman siguro lahat ng ating barangay officials talagang bihasa sa ganung sistema.
Pero, Mr. President...
At saka kung maalala ninyo, yung City Hall, ang daming empleyado niyan Ganon din sa provincial government, kompleto yung mga department heads. Yung barangay, mag-isa lang siya, may kagawad siya, binigyan natin ng secretary at may treasurer, pero lahat nga nangangapa. Samantalang nung ako, naging gobernador, ang daming nagtuturo sa akin
Kahit na, let's say, first term
Kahit
mayor,
first term
first
ka,
term
andyan yung
governor,
back mo, i-brief ka kung paano. Tapos yung mga provincial PM, ano man tawag doon? DRRMC, yung disaster risk. Sasabihin lahat ng prepositioning sa'yo. Matututo ka sa kanila sa haba ng panahon. Ito namang mga barangay, wala namang staff na gano'n at mga department heads na ang dunong-dunong na.
So, yes, sir.
Madam Sponsor, katulad lang